Gimel Dalet, Hey Zayin, Chet.
Did you know that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yah? My goal is to bless you with the word. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it while you're walking along the way. Listen to it when you lay down at night. Listen to the word. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, our power created the heavens and the earth. The earth was unformed and void. Darkness was on the face of the deep, and the spirit of our power hovered over the surface of the water. Then our power said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Our power saw the light was good, and our power divided the light from the darkness. Our power called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So there was evening, and there was morning, one day. Our power said, "Let there be a dome in the middle of the water. Let it divide the water from the water." Our power made the dome and divided the water under the dome from the water above the dome. That is how it was. And our power called the dome sky. So there was evening, and there was morning, a second day. Our power said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered together into one place, and let dry land appear." And that is how it was. Our power called the dry land earth. The gathering together of the water he called seas. And our power saw that it was good. Our power said, "Let the earth put forth grass, seed-producing plants, and fruit trees, each yielding its own kind of seed-bearing fruit on the earth." And that is how it was. The earth brought forth grass, plants, each yielding its own kind of seed, and trees, each producing its own kind of seed-bearing fruit. And our power saw that it was good. So there was evening, and there was morning, a third day. Our power said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years. And let them be for lights in the dome of the sky to give light to the earth." And that is how it was. Our power made the two great lights, the larger light to rule the day, and the smaller light to rule the night, and the stars. Our power put them in the dome of the sky to give light to the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And our power saw that it was good. So there was evening, and there was morning, a fourth day. Our power said, "Let the water swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open dome of the sky." Our power created the great sea creatures and every living thing that creeps, so that the water swarmed with all kinds of them, and there was every kind of winged bird. And our power saw that it was good. Then our power blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the water of the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." So there was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. Our power said, "Let the earth bring forth each kind of living creature, each kind of livestock, crawling animal, and wild beast." And that is how it was. Our power made each kind of wild beast, each kind of livestock, and every kind of animal that crawls along the ground. And our power saw that it was good. Then our power said, "Let us make humankind in our image, in the likeness of ourselves, and let them rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the animals, and over all the earth, and over every crawling creature that crawls on the earth." So our power created humankind in his own image. In the image of our power, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Our power blessed them. Our power said to them, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, and every living creature that crawls on the earth. Then our power said, here, throughout the whole earth, I am giving you as food every seed-bearing plant and every tree with seed-bearing fruit, and to every wild animal, bird in the air, and creature crawling on the earth, in which there is a living soul, I am giving as food every kind of green plant. And that is how it was. Our power saw everything that he made, and indeed it was very good. So there was evening, and there was morning, a sixth day. Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, along with everything in them. On the seventh day, our power was finished with his work, which he had made, so he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. Our power blessed the seventh day and separated it as holy, because on that day our power rested from all his work which he had created, so that it itself could produce. Here is the history of the heavens and the earth when they were created. On the day when Yahweh our power made earth and heaven, there was as yet no wild bush on the earth, and no wild plant had as yet sprung up. For Yahweh our power had not caused it to rain on the earth, and there was no one to cultivate the ground. Rather, a mist went up from the earth, which watered the entire surface of the ground. Then Yahweh our power formed a person from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, so that he became a living being. Yahweh our power planted a garden toward the east in Eden, and there he put the person whom he had formed. Out of the ground Yahweh our power caused to grow every tree pleasing in appearance and good for food, including the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided into 4 streams. The name of the first is Pishon. It winds throughout the land of Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx stone are also found there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It winds throughout the land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It is the one that flows towards the east of Ashur. The fourth river is the Euphrates. Yahweh our power took the person and put him in the Garden of Eden to cultivate and care for it. Yahweh our power gave the person this order: you may freely eat from every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You are not to eat from it, because on the day that you eat from it, it will become certain that you will die. Yahweh our power said, it isn't good that the person should be alone. I will make for him a companion suitable for helping him. So from the ground, Yahweh our power formed every wild animal and every bird that flies in the air, and he brought them to the person to see what he would call them. Whatever the person would call each living creature, that was to be its name. So the person gave names to all the livestock, to the birds in the air, and to every wild animal. But for Adam, there was not found a companion suitable for helping him. Then our power caused a deep sleep to fall upon the person, and while he was sleeping, he took one of his ribs and closed up the place from which he took it with flesh. The rib which Yahweh our power had taken from the person, he made a woman person, and he brought her to the man person. The man person said, at last, this is bone from my bones and flesh from my flesh. She is to be called woman, because she was taken out of man. This is why a man is to leave his father and mother and stick with his wife, and they are to be one flesh. They were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed.